evolution of sound.
Beep beep, what's up ninjas? Beta breakdowns instantly. How is that possible? Well, it's possible with these tools that we're going to give you today. Now, in the previous video, we released a drop tool. Now, we're going to be releasing something to make your life a lot easier, and that's going to be a melodic tool. Now, pretty much what you're going to get with this free download, guys, is going to be pretty much 15 MIDIs that were made to pretty much recreate melodies from revealed recordings. Again, they're not going to be exact melodies, but they're going to be kind of inspired by them. Now, the way you're going to use them, guys, is there are a couple of ways you can use these, okay? The first way is going to be just straight up, put a super saw and that's it. If that's what you're going for, that's totally fine. We can easily go into Silent One. We can go into one of the older packs of Evolution of Sound that, are some of the best sellers, like, Silent One Evolution Volume 1, which has like the best super saws for a big room. I even get fucking messages today from people just saying that, oh my god, they're so amazing. So pretty much they're called the super saws with a set that because they're the send saws, but pretty much they're gonna sound like this, okay? Let's use this one, Supersaw 6. They're very huge, guys. They're already compressed for you, and all these sounds, that's the cool thing about Evolution of Sound that I like to do, is that make the sounds come out ready to use. But make sure you use them cleanly, because I do make them without taking into consideration that you might be using another lead with it. Now, once you have this is the first way you can use it. Literally, there, whatever, you have the melody, right? Now, the other way you can use it, guys, is that you can use the existing melody to make something else. Let's say you're like, I don't like this key. I'll go to key and F. Let's go to F. And then you say you don't like the top melody, but it sounds good, but I would change this and this. And this is where you make it yours. Let's say you, instead of starting at F, you want to start at C. And then you want the C sharp. You're like, And then from the G sharp, you can go to maybe back to the C. And then here you can stay at the C. And then here you can add a variation and put this at C, and then have this maybe repeat. So then you can see you start getting melodies out of it. Now here, I don't like this. Let's say I can say I like this what we had here. It sounded really good. So G sharp again, C, but this time let's go up to D sharp. And you can see you can start making your own melodies. Now that's the other way of using it, is that you get inspired by it, or you can just use it as it is. The problem with if you use it as it is, guys, is that anyone can use these melodies. So if someone else makes the same melody as you, then someone else is gonna have it. That's the bad thing about it. The good thing about it is that instead of using the melody that's already there, change it around, and that's gonna be the first way of using it with a super saw. Now the other way, which is the way I recommend for you to use it, is that you already have the set up, right? What I want you to do is I want you to pretty much grab, once you have it set up the way you want it, you have your melody and everything like we just did, you're going to drag this out. These are going to be your chords at the bottom. They're going to pretty much go with the melody. They're going to support that melody. And pretty much what's going to happen here is we're going to have something like this. And then you're going to do that. We're going to move this here. And then we're going to move this here. Okay, so we're gonna move this one back. Now, the other thing I want you to do is, now that you have that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your favorite synth, your favorite sound bank, and then you're gonna duplicate this 3 times, okay? Now, the first sound, let's say that's your super saw, and let's say that's what you want your top melody to be, you're gonna delete the chords, okay? Now, on this one, you're just gonna have this. Right, now you can pick any sound you want. Let's try and go with something cool. We're gonna go with this one. Now the next thing is gonna be this one here. You're gonna have these chords. You're gonna delete the top melody on this. Now on this one, you can choose to do 2 things. You can choose to keep the bottom notes, or you can choose to keep the middle notes. The thing is, you don't want them all to do it. Now if you choose to keep the middle notes, then what we're gonna do is delete this bottom note here, and now we're gonna have this harmonizing element for the other stuff, and we're gonna put this up an octave, and then now we're gonna pick like a pad for this, or it can be anything you think would sound good. I'm gonna go with the Blaster Jacks breakdown pad. gonna sound. Let's move it down maybe an octave. That's too high. Okay. Now the other thing, now on the other one, you guessed it, we're just gonna delete this portion here. Now we're gonna be left with the bottom part of the chords. And with this one, what I want you guys to do is I want you to get a pad again, but this time you're gonna get a better, like bigger pad that's gonna go underneath everything. That needs to be more down an octave. And you kind of get what I'm doing here. It's like you get the MIDI and then you just separate it, the content. So let's review what we just did. Pretty much the first way of using this is you put a fucking supersaw and that's it. You leave it play with the melody. But make sure the supersaw is huge where it has a lot of like reverb so that it doesn't sound too plain. It just sounds like, you know, trance where that supersaw is just bam, bam, bam. The next way is to mess with the melody, and you can use the supersaw again and mess with the melody and make it your own. You already have chords made for you, so you just can create the top melody portion. The rhythm is there for you to use already. The second thing is going to be that you can cut this into 3 parts like I did, and one of the parts could, the very top could be your main lead, the lead that's going to be on the drop, or it could be a pluck. It could be anything you want, but it's going to be playing that main melody. The other 2 are going to be the things that are going to reinforce the melody, make it sound good, make it sound better, because chords, that's what chords do. They follow the melody and make it sound a lot better. So pretty much here we're going to be using one pad to pretty much control the top note of the chord, and then the other pad to control the bottom note of the chord. Now a lot of these guys are going to be fairly cool to use because they're going to be crazy ass melodies in the sense that we really went above and beyond with them. They're going to make your life a lot easier when making breakdowns. One of the things that I hate is not having an idea and then getting stuck and not making anything the whole day. So one of the things that I use are MIDIs, believe it or not, in order to just help me out a ton, because sometimes, you know, if I cannot come up with a good chord progression, then I'll just be like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to use this chord progression. I'm not going to use their melody, but I'm going to use that. And then you're going to have something cool already to start with, something to inspire you. And that's the cool thing about it, you know? Pretty much you're gonna have these rhythms as well. Anyways, guys, if you guys want to download this free tool, you guys can download it in the description below. Again, to download it, you're gonna have to follow us on SoundCloud like any normal SoundCloud gate's gonna do. But hopefully you guys can support us a lot. I really appreciate you guys downloading these packs for free. Again, when you guys download them, you guys give us your email as well, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. It's kind of like me sending you updates on what Evolution of Sound is doing. And if you guys want to unsubscribe the moment you get this, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you if you want to keep up with what we're doing at Evolution of Sound. But for those of you guys who are Team Evo, are part of the Evo group, which we're at 4,000 members now, which is cool. It's amazing, and the streams are getting bigger and bigger. I cannot thank you guys enough for being part of my family, which is Evolution of Sound. I want to find a way to make everyone be Evo legit, in the sense, you know how in video games we have clan tags, and clan tags kind of like Evo, EVO. Like, I want to find a way to make everyone have a clan tag like that, but we'll see what we do. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for being a part of everything. I love you guys to death. You guys know that. Live stream is going to be coming up in tomorrow probably, and this one's going to be at around 8 p.m. so it's going to be more later in the time so other people can join in. And I'll see you guys next time. Then just take care and have an amazing day.